this episode, we will explore one of the most picturesque fort, Fort Tortugas.
Travel with us
around the world and visit fabulous places like this. Good morning. It's still dark, around 6:20. So we are here in Key West, the ferry. We take a ferry to Dry Tortugas Island. It's a fort. It's like a 2.5 hour, 2 hour, 15-20 minutes from here. It's one ferry available from here while going and coming back in a day, which is Yankee Freedom 3 ferry.
We got up at 3 a.m. in the morning and drove to Key West to be there by 6:30 a.m. so we could park and get to the boat terminal.
We already onboarded the catamaran. It's a huge catamaran. It will like 70 miles way out from Key West. We have the breakfast. They gave us bagels, cream cheese, and yogurt and orange juice or milk.
In order to get there, you can charter a private boat or take a ferry or seaplane. No, you cannot go there by your car. The ferry that runs from Key West to the Dry Tortugas is called the Yankee Freedom. We took the ferry. It takes about 2.5 hour boat ride to get there. The large cabin is completely air conditioned and has comfortable cushioned seating with large windows all around. The ticket for the ferry is $190 per adult and $135 for children. Breakfast and lunch is included in the ticket, and also entry fee to Dry Tortugas National Park is included in the ticket. Yes, it's expensive, but worth it. The upper deck of the Yankee Freedom is open to the sea air and sights. As you pull in, it's absolutely gorgeous. The fort has old-fashioned charm, the seagulls are amazing, and the watercolor starts to change. About 70 miles west of Key West lies the remote Dry Tortugas National Park. This 100 square mile park is mostly open water with 7 small islands, accessible only by boat or seaplane. The park is known as the home of magnificent Fort Jefferson, picturesque blue waters, excellent coral reefs and marine life, and the vast collection of bird life that visits the area. The island is absolutely beautiful and peaceful. Fort Jefferson is located on Garden Key. Fort Jefferson is one of the nation's largest 19th century forts in the United States.
Fort Tortugas or Fort Jefferson, that's the fort behind, the historic landmark, which is about 70 miles from Key West. We just arrived, get one spot to keep our stuff, and we'll go around and see the fort, take a round, and then we'll probably look for a small place to snorkeling the kids, and we will do that and we'll show you everything.
Fort Jefferson was built to protect one of the most strategic deep water anchorages in North America. Abandoned by the Army in 1874, the fort was later used as a coaling station for warships. The first floor is gorgeous with all the arches. Next, we headed to the top and walked around the edge of the fort. The views just kept getting better and better. At the Dry Tortugas, they focus on preserving the original look of the fort, so there is no railings anywhere. So you can literally go to the edge, which gives you amazing views. They warn you to be careful. You don't want to fall, since the closest hospital is over 2.5 hours away. Here is the moat wall. We were blown away by the colors of the water with the contrast of the fort. It's breathtaking. In order to protect Fort Jefferson from the rough waters of Gulf of Mexico, a wall was built around the fort, creating a moat in between the fort and the moat wall.
That seaplane is about to take off.
When it was used as a prison during the Civil War, Dr. Samuel Maude, an American physician, was imprisoned at the fort on the Dry Tortugas for conspiring with John Wilkes Booth in the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln. The second floor had these amazing arched openings with these views that looks like a canvas painted by an artist. The founding legislation of Dry Tortugas National Park mandates the National Park Service to protect, stabilize, restore Fort Jefferson, an outstanding example of 19th century stonework fortification for future generations.
In the lunch you have turkey and Swiss sandwich with cookies, chips. It's full. You can eat. It's a big sandwich. We're eating inside the boat. Then you go out and see the rest.
While swimming in the moat is prohibited, swimming around the moat wall is a wonderful way to discover some of the great cultural artifacts and excellent marine life in the park. This is one of the best places for snorkeling. You can expect to see anything from reef squid, nurse sharks, anchor chains, and hogfish. Brilliant yellow smallmouth grunts swim through the coral reef. The colorful reef fishes that lure snorkelers and divers to Dry Tortugas National Park are as vivid as the coral reefs they inhabit. a seemingly endless variety of fish species dart in and out among the nooks and crannies of the reefs, their forms camouflaged by the shadowy play of light and darkness. A snack and cocktail bar is there for you. Also, on the main deck, there are fresh water rinse showers and 3 separate restrooms. We would sure like to come back some other day. And when we do come back, we will definitely plan on camping for 3 nights. Next time, we would like to come back and want to check out Loggerhead Key. It is the largest island in the Dry Tortugas and is supposed to have a lot of loggerhead sea turtles and also a lighthouse. This was an amazing journey with picturesque view all around. I guess this is what it feels like to be in a paradise. Next, we headed out to southernmost point Bowie, Key West. This is the most photographed site of Key West. Sunset देखते जाते हैं.
This is a very interesting point, which is the southernmost point of the mainland US. So as you see over here, this is the southernmost point and it is 90 miles to Cuba. So this is a very historic point. Everybody comes and take pictures in Key West. So must see in Key West. That's the one, 90 miles to Cuba point, southernmost point. Thank you for watching Indulge and Beyond. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please support us by subscribing this channel and enjoy all videos. We hope you will sure like it. See you next time. Until then, goodbye.